10 years ago today, a tornado struck western Massachusetts, and this video is truly unforgettable. The twister's power spun up water crossing the Connecticut River. 3 people died, and one of the toughest towns impacted was the town of Monson. It created widespread devastation there, and that's where the community came together tonight. WBZ's Ken MacLeod has this story.
At exactly 4:38 this afternoon, the ringing church bells took Russ Brissett back to a dark place 10 years ago to the minute.
It was horrific that day.
He was scrambling to take cover in his basement when the twister carried off his house.
Just as I shut the cellar door, the house blew out of my hand. It went straight up, gone.
It was an EF3 that was carving a 39-mile path from Westfield to Southbridge that day, killing 3 people and injuring hundreds during its 70 minutes on the ground. The tornado was nearly a half-mile wide when it blasted over those hills and ripped through the center of Monson, damaging or destroying more than 200 buildings. This is Stewart Avenue, which the locals call Ground Zero, where only a single house was left standing.
But now I'm found.
Today, the 10th anniversary brought dozens together at the First Church of Monson, which lost its steeple on that day.
It was like the apocalypse came, you know? People were walking around numb.
Karen King was among those who helped organize the town's volunteer recovery effort, putting up a dozen people at her house for weeks.
It was surreal. I'm just shaking thinking about it.
Indeed, that day still haunts people like Gail Morrissey, who has flashbacks now when flying.
I had a panic attack because the sound of the jet engines, when you take off, that's what it sounded like.
This is what was left of my house.
Back at his rebuilt home on Stewart Avenue, Russ Brissett says the community effort that brought this town back is nothing short of phenomenal, even if the rebuilding process added $5 grand to his property taxes.
But I can laugh about it because I walked away, and that was the most important thing of all. I walked away.
But the pictures of his granddaughters digging for their toys in the rubble of his home usually bring tears. And every dark thunderstorm sky makes it all seem like yesterday.
My heart just almost stops.
In Monson tonight, Ken MacLeod, WBZ News.